What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the SoFi stock, and I have to be honest, days like this where the market for that, high growth sector is really beat up, it's not a very exciting time to do videos, but I have to keep doing these in-depth analysis to keep you bullish on the SoFi stock in the short term as well as the long term. I see massive upside potential. I'm going to continue to stick to my price target of $45 over the course of the next 12 months. We have massive catalysts coming up, possibly in the short term. And we're going to be looking at a couple articles with two separate analysts that continue to reiterate the same types of, catalysts that I've been, discussing with you guys the past, 2-3 months. Okay. These catalysts are going to be massive, and they are brought up in the two articles that we're going to discuss today. And once again, if you search the SoFi stock on YouTube, we are the #1 trending covering the SoFi stock. And this Galileo video that I posted on the SoFi stock will likely be, the highest viewed video on the channel. This discusses the technology sector of Galileo. This is 20% of SoFi's revenue, guys. This is a very important video, and you can see right now it is trending #1 for a reason. And once again, I want to say thank you very much for all of the support. The channel is absolutely exploding very fast. The past couple of weeks, we're on the verge of hitting 4,500 subscribers. And I've said once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to start doing live streams so I can answer your questions on the spot. So if you don't have a YouTube account, be sure to make a YouTube, and I will keep you updated on all the breaking news as soon as it drops. Let's get into the video. A very strange day in the market. Sectors were all over the place. Early growth got hit. Some of the indexes were up. It was a very strange day in the side of the market, but understand the reason for the high volatility and why these growth stocks really got hit is CPI data is coming out tomorrow. And understand that they're going over CPI data every 30 days, on the global news, for the past 7 months since February, since that inflation really broke out. So, this CPI data, we're really hoping that, the inflation starts hitting that peak and starts coming back down. You can see right here, it's the consumer price index. We scrolled down just a little bit. August 21st, CPI data are scheduled to be released September 14th. So, I might be covering that in a video tomorrow just to see if, the inflation finally, goes down, in the, negative direction. That's what we're looking for, guys. This is going to be great for growth. Even if they raise interest rates, it's going to be some short-term volatility, but people will, gradually forget, and the market can go back to normal for that early growth. As we can see here, the S&P 500 was up a little. Dow Jones did really good. I'm surprised. These are some of those early growth stocks, from, decades ago. NASDAQ, tech heavy, got hit, and the Russell 2000 really, did well. So it's just a weird day in the market. Indexes were all over the place, but I'm telling you, some of these big early growth stocks got hit hard. SoFi down about 1.8% on the day. It was down about 3% in the morning, as we can see here, and had a little bit of stability, right around the low 15 support. Guys, in my opinion, the max pain that we could possibly see on this stock might be around 1350 again. I mean, we've seen this bottom twice now. Maybe, we just float around 14 to 16 until that massive bank charter catalyst comes. So there's not a lot of downside in my opinion, but we could see a pullback, 13, 14. This is definitely possible. I would definitely look to be buying around the low 14s once again, but understand there's some short-term volatility with tomorrow with that CPI data, but we should be fine, over the next couple of weeks because we have the massive catalyst coming up. So this Investor Place article came out. There's tons and tons of articles, guys. Half the time, I don't even cover the articles. I usually just do my own in-depth analysis, but we'll look at this one because it is covering a lot of videos that I've been posting for you guys the past couple of months. Don't be afraid to pick up SoFi technology stock, even as it seems to struggle. SoFi stock is a great long-term play, but you have to be patient. SoFi stock is trading at a very attractive discount after Q2 2021 earnings causing a massive sell-off. This sell-off allows investors an attractive entry opportunity to invest in a company positively impacting the lives of millions. Is a fintech company with the potential to become a multi-bagger. Knee-jerk reaction hurt SoFi stock. This was a couple of weeks ago. We've discussed this in multiple videos. We're just going to reiterate it here. SoFi stock tanked after the fintech reported its Q2 2021 earnings due to a higher than expected loss and muted outlook. If you look closely though, the numbers aren't that bad. SoFi surprised its financial outlook in Q2, and it recorded record quarterly revenue in its fourth consecutive quarter of positive EBITDA. Revenues in the quarter jumped 74% year over year to $237 million, and adjusted EBITDA was positive $11 million. In March 2020, as part of the CARES Act, the U.S. government authorized comprehensive student loan refinance, from March 2020 through September 30, 2020. Several extensions have followed, with the most recent being President Biden lengthening the federal student loans payments pause through January 31st, 2022. This is what hit their guidance, guys. This is why the stock is down right now in the short term, and that was a $40 million impact on the company. The bank charter acquisition is a major tailwind. We've been covering this in multiple videos, guys, and I'm going to be covering it more in depth very soon. Sofi decision to purchase Golden Pacific Bancorp in March is expected to accelerate acquiring a national bank charter. It will be a major catalyst for the stock when it happens. Sofi already filed the paperwork for a national bank charter last summer and obtained conditional approval in October, but the Golden Pacific purchase will fast track the full approval process for SoFi's national bank charter. The deal will close at the end of the year. And guys, I want you to know, SoFi was not the only growth stock to get hit today hard before that CPI data. Affirm is down almost 12% on the day. Fubo TV got hit 8%. Open Door got hit a total of 9% with after hours because they're doing another share offering. And Snapchat almost got hit 4%. So guys, a lot of high quality growth stocks got whacked today. And SoFi was one of the growth stocks to hold up a little bit of support. Another massive article that came out, guys, that we have to cover. SoFi Technology Inc. looks cheap thanks to market overreaction. After going through a combination of lockup expiry and uneventful earnings in August, SoFi Technologies held the line at a $14 level while the stock is struggling to break above 16. We can probably agree that it is doing better than expected. Yet, in the face of the latest rating, we will examine our take on the intrinsic value through the discounted cash flow, the DCF method, guys. So, the discounted cash flow is a method that I've never discussed, on this YouTube channel. I've mostly been going off of price to sales and, revenue growth. So, this is a different analysis on, a price target that Yahoo Finance is putting out right now. With the worst arguably behind the company, it seems the perfect storm didn't do that much damage to the company. While the decline after the earnings was around 13%, that isn't uncommon, especially for small and medium cap growth companies. Although earnings missed 48 cents from expected 6 cents, these results were heavily skewed by non-cash one-time expenses. These should not impact companies' fundamentals, guys. I went over this. This was a SPAC transaction, one-time expense, and that's really why, they didn't get around that 6 cent mark on their earnings. And guys, this stock wouldn't have felt like that. So this is a buying opportunity for you in the short term because we have that massive bank charter coming up in the short term. By examining the potential value, we will use the discounted cash flow, the DCF model on the occasion. We generally believe that a company's value is the present value of all cash it will generate in the future. However, a DCF is just one valuation metric among many, and it is not without flaws. So guys, there's tons and tons of different metrics we've been using, but we stick to the basics, which is price to sales. And we know that SoFi is trading at a 12x price to sales, which is much lower than the industry average of, 20 to 40, even higher for some of these IPOs. We will use a two-stage DCF model, which, as the name states, considers two stages of growth. The first stage is generally a higher growth period heading towards the terminal value captured in the second steady growth period. As you can see here, they put the 10-year free cash flow forecast, and this is by expert analysts, okay? So they go all the way out into 2031. And if we scroll down a little bit, present value of 10-year cash flow is about 18 billion. We now need to calculate the terminal value, which accounts for all future cash flows after this 10-year period. The Gordon growth formula is used to calculate terminal value at a future annual growth rate equal to the 5-year average of the 10-year government bond yield of 2%. We discount the terminal cash flow to today's value at the cost of equity of 7.5%. And this is the terminal value formula that you guys can look at. It comes out to 47 billion. Present value of terminal value is around 23 billion. Relative to the current share price of $15, the company appears potentially underpriced at a discount of over 50%. This might sound concerning, and we recommend potential investor to dig deeper. That is exactly what we do on this channel, tons and tons of different metrics. What is going on here to cause the market to undervalue the stock so much? The assumptions and any calculation have a big impact on the valuation. So it is better to view this as a rough estimate, not precise down to the last cent. Guys, as we can see here from this free cash flow 10-year method, this analyst is given a fair value price target right now of $51 on the SoFi stock. You guys know I've been quoting a $45 price target, just on the growth and price to sales of several, early technology competitors. This is just another bullish price target that is looking in depth, on the upside of SoFi stock. $51, guys. Let's say you bought the stock at $51. This has sold off 70% all the way down to 15. But guys, if you get in at $15, it's 200% upside to get into the $50 range. And that's what I'm talking about, guys, on my 12-month price target. This stock is going to break, that $45, and we're going to be looking at a 3x, on the stock price right now. You just got to be patient and diamond hand this one and hold through the volatility. So once again, guys, if you're new to the channel, I highly recommend you start off with this video on Galileo on SoFi. This is the #1 trend on YouTube for the SoFi stock. This is going to give you a great understanding of where 20% of their revenue is coming from the entire company. That is a great fundamental base to start off on the SoFi stock. And after you review the Galileo video, I recommend moving into this, bank charter video, guys, because the bank charter is the massive catalyst we are waiting on. We are expected to hear some news in the next 30 days, on this bank charter, guys. And we know that bank charter is going to, boost EBITDA projections by 74%. In 2022, guys. This is going to give SoFi a massive boost. Once again, guys, be sure to comment. I'm getting a lot of comments. I want to address, one comment, I wrote down here, and, someone said, if the NFL stadium is such a major catalyst for the SoFi stock, why is the stock acting this way and going down? Guys, you have to understand that the NFL stadium is a marketing tool, and you won't see any performance from that, stadium until earnings reports come out, on signups. That's the entire point of the, stadium is signups. We won't see that, data until earnings reports. So we just have to wait to see what kind of, catalyst boost that's given for the sign up. Once again, it's a high volatility day for sure in the short term. We got CPI data coming out tomorrow. I'll probably do a small in-depth analysis on the CPI data just to see, what the measure of inflation is looking like. Once again, I really appreciate all the support. You guys have been giving me great support on the YouTube channel, liking and commenting, any questions you have on the SoFi stock. I'm going to be replying back to as many people as I possibly can. Understand this company has massive upside potential in the short term as well as the long term. And if you're new, be sure to take a look at, some of the other videos before you invest in this company. But understand, these are bargain prices with the upside potential of that SoFi stock. Once again, my name's Kyle. I hope you have a great day.